Hello everyone, my name is Denghui Zhao from Team 1. Our team will introduce an answer system of campus life. I believe everyone now Ask Adelaide. They are really good, try their best to solve our problems, but can everybody get their response in time? We made a survey online. Now, let me tell you the true story about Ask Adelaide. If you email them, you only get 30% chance to get a response in 2 business days. However, you got the same chance to get a response more than a week. Now, if you call them, even in the business days, business hours, you only get 30% chance to get the phone call connected. If you got the third floor of the Hub Central to ask them face to face, I hope you are lucky because you only get 50% chance to wait in 10 minutes. However, you also get a 10% chance to wait more than an hour. In general, if the full mark is 5 points, the face-to-face services can only get 4 points. Based on surveys, the remote services can only get 3.31 points. A small surprise, 20% samples gave the remote service 0 points. And that is what the answer system of the campus life want to resolve. Now imagine if you have this system. So now you can simply open the system and ask them by voice, hey, what's the WNF days? And the system will respond to you by voice instantly. It's 8 May, the semester 1. It's really cool, isn't it? So the answer system of the campus life is a very highly designed chatbot. It can recognize your voice, search your answer, and then respond to you by voice. Highly designed is that means it uses a cutting-edge technology. It is that we are training this robot in a very specific dataset. So if you ask this robot some general questions, like who is Jennifer Lopez, maybe the robot will tell you, I don't know her. We want this robot to be fast, which means it can respond instantly. We want this robot can work all the time. And also, it could be embedded in any app, which means you can use it everywhere. Now, let me invite Shi and Zhou to get you more details about why we need this robot.
Thanks, Bo, for introducing our project. My name is Sharon, and let's now discuss why our project is important. We all know that the workload of Ask Adelaide is quite extensive, but the situation can be mitigated by using our chatbot. The job of Ask Adelaide can be roughly separated into two parts. One part includes answering questions that are simple and being asked repeatedly. And the other part includes handling questions that are complicated and require more attention. And our project is targeting the simple while time-consuming part. Based on the research, same questions might be asked repeatedly by different students, and many questions are simple and straightforward. This leaves little time for staff to handle more urgent and important ones. Our chatbot can be used to handle those questions with standard answers, which saves time for Ask Adelaide staff to deal with more unique and complicated ones. Also, if students don't receive reply in a short time, they tend to send the same email again. Therefore, the extensive amount of work will cause more work and more work. Our chatbot can break this chain of vicious cycle by providing students with instantaneous reply, which prevents them from asking the same question repeatedly and eventually reduce the workload of the staff. Our chatbot also brings some benefits other than the reduction of workload. The first benefit is the reduction of the manual cost. Our chatbot can do part of the jobs, which means less staff is needed to handle the queries, hence less salary cost too. Also, the maintenance of the chatbot is relatively cheap too, so it wouldn't be a burden for the uni. Secondly, our chatbot might be able to reduce the pressure on the server and mitigate the extent of server overload and the data noise. Also, by quickly answering the queries, the amount of email stored on the server is less, which saves money for the uni too. Thirdly, keeping people waiting for responses for too long can lead to bad impression towards the uni, as people might feel the school does not pay enough attention to them. This could also bring doubt about whether the uni is capable enough to manage the entire school. By shortening the waiting time, our chatbot could potentially improve the reputation of uni. Moreover, our chatbot is modularized, which means it is expandable in the future, and Sue will talk more about it later. More importantly, our chatbot is very user-friendly. The user can get the answer they need without going through the trouble of searching and looking up the traditional web page frequently asked questions. All they need to do is opening our chatbot and asking the question in speech, and our chatbot will give them feedbacks in both speech and text. Therefore, our chatbot is also handy for some disabled people. For example, for people who could not see, this chatbot will get them the answer they need more easily compared to the traditional web-page FAQs. Now, Sue will talk about how to build our chatbot.
Okay, first I will talk about how we do this project. As told by Deng Hui, our project flow is from the voice input, then the app will change voice to text. After processing, the processed text will be figured out. Finally, this processed text will translate to the voice and return to the users. For the first part, what we do is called speech recognition. We use get the voice input and use this input in some speech recognition API, such as Google Speech to Text, and this part will be responsible by me. The next part, we will use the deep learning algorithm to solve this point. We will compare to the text to the cloud database, and then get answers. This part will be picked by Deng Hui, and the final part is the speech synthesis. For this part, we also use some exact APIs such as IBM speech synthesis, and this part will be responsible by Shiren. For the running platform, so far, our goal is to make an app that can run on the mobile phones, but we may extend the target platform to other electronic devices, such as computer, in the future. We will design our application to be modular. This way, we can more easily and convenient to add more new features. Because of these features, our application is extendable. Our application may become a voice question-answer system, capable of reading any database in the future. We analyze the feasibility of our project from three aspects: technology, database, and API. The first is technical level. Our project uses the metro technology, whether it is a system design or code. The second is database. In our project, the speech recognition database, the problem processing database, and the speech synthesis database all exist and are all available. We do not need to build our own database and do not need to do the machine training ourselves. For our team, we have 3 team members. Deng Hui is the leader of our team. His work includes assigning tasks and the moderating meeting. Shiran is the secretary of our team. She is responsible for our meeting minutes and uploading them to the GitHub. I am the contactor person of the team member and the supervisor. I communicated to the supervisor's requests to the team members in a timely manner. Inform the supervisor of the progress of our team.